Hello there.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing good.
Oh, man. Just drove over here from Conley Springs.
Oh wow, it's a drive, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
used to
right.
go through that way when I drove over the road.
Oh, yeah?
I'm familiar with that area.
Yeah. We're at Recyclable Records, and here's a little flip video for y'all to look at. If you're up here, come on up here in, what town are we in? Oh, we're in Kannapolis. At home of Dale Earnhardt, right?
Yes, yes it is.
The late Dale Earnhardt.
The late Eleanor, yes.
Yeah, my wife loved Dale. She worked for NASCAR in, we lived in Daytona. We lived near Daytona,
Oh, very cool.
35 years. That's where I retired from the Navy from.
That's a long time to be down there.
Yeah, a long time. We didn't want to stay there.
I know it gets hot.
Oh,
I don't want to be in that.
we didn't want to retire there.
I've always said when I get older, I don't want to be in that much heat.
Problem is, people, they go down there to retire. Well, we lived there and wanted to retire up here.
I can't blame
My niece and my nephew, they live in Hickory and Dallas, North Carolina.
you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, people love to look at the flip videos.
Well,
So-
well, we appreciate it.
So if you're in Kannapolis, stop by. That Flash album is a good album.
Yes, it is.
He was,
Much love.
yeah. Good Sunday morning. It's time for the North Carolina Vinyl Picker Show. And on this episode, we're going to do 1990. That's right, my top 10 albums and CDs from 1990. Yes, it was the CD era and it started to kick off. And that's when I started getting into new age music and stuff like that. So hang on for that. That'll be at the end of the show. First off, I'm going to go ahead and take you to a place we went to. We went to Recyclable Records. That's right. We went to Recyclable Records, and that was over in Kannapolis, North Carolina. I was over there with my son, and there'll be some footage down here, probably somewhere in here, that will show you the store that we went into. It was a really cool store. I'd been wanting to get over there, and we had to go over there for my son. He was taking care of some business, and yeah, so I'll be showing you that. And then I got some records online, most of them from eBay. And then I'm going to be doing my top 10 from 1990. So let's get right into it. So we went to the store. We had a really nice lunch. We went over there and had some barbecue. And then we went into the store, and this guy was really cool. He was into metal and stuff like that. So he was talking about Kannapolis and that whole area over there, Concord and North Charlotte, and back in the day and back in the 80s and 90s when he was a young man, and talking about the metal scene in that area over there. And a lot of and-ums, huh? Too many. Okay, so so Mata Hoople, he had this one here. I gave him my list of all the stuff that on a paper list, and the old school list. And he said he had this one, so he gave me this one for $5, and this is a great album. It's got all the young dudes on here, and Sweet Jane, some other great songs. And he had this one here, The Doors. This was a Fridays exclusive, I believe. And this one here sounded fantastic. LA Woman. This was $20. It was a good price on that. His prices there were pretty good. This album here, The Electric Prunes, I had Too Much to Dream last night. This is a German copy that he had that just came in, and hadn't even priced it yet. So this one here came out at like $20, and so I was happy to get that one. It was on my list. Got a little phlegm here this morning. Dire Straits live. Yeah, a little Dire Straits live. This one here was there, and he had this one here priced right, so I picked this one up. I've been wanting this one. And then one more, this one here was the banger of the day. And this, of course, is Klaus Schultz. And this is on the Brain label. And this one here was a little pricey. So this was Moon Dawn, and I was glad to get this one. And for my Klaus Schultz catalog, of course, Klaus Schultz came from Tangerine Dream. Can't seem to shake that, what's going on in there. Okay, the Rod Stewart Gasoline Alley. I was happy to get this one online. And this album here is a really pricey album, but I happened to just be at the right time at the right place. And so, yeah, it was really nice to get. It's on the Vertigo Swirl, and it was a minty, mint fresh. And of course, it's Rod Stewart's second album, Gasoline Alley, but with the European cover. So I was glad to get that. It was on my want list. And you know, 2025 is going to be all about the North Carolina Vinyl Pickers want list and not trying to deviate from that. So, and then this one here I found online. This one here was cheap, really cheap. And this is an original master of Trick of the Tail with Genesis. So this one here was nice to find. And this one here, the guy had it for like 12 bucks or something. So I snatched it up. It's got some hairline scratches on it, but it sounds incredible. So I'm going to put it through the humdinger over here, and we're going to see if I can get it up to a VG+. This one here, the Les Ormes, and this is an incredible album. This band here is an Italian progressive rock band, and I'm not going to show you the front cover too many times there. It's got a nudie girl on there. So, yeah. So anyway, the album is just fantastic. It's one of the top three, I would say, progressive Italian bands with PFM, Banco, and Les Ormes. The Moody Blues, this one here, I found online. The guy was selling it for $5. This album here is a double album of their early stuff. This is before Justin Hayward and John Lodge joined the band. And this is the old stuff. Well, a lot of these songs were written by Denny Lane and Mike Pinder. Both of them have since passed. And that's it. That's all the stuff that I picked up online, and that's all the stuff that I got. And it's all the stuff that I picked up this week. So that was quite a bit, and that's a nice little haul. Here we go. Let's go into 1990 now. So here we go, 1990. This is the top 10, my top 10 from 1990. Coming in at number 10, the Gambler CD. This one here, no, it's not Kenny Rogers. It's Bill Evans, not Bill Evans, the piano player either. Bill Evans, the saxophone player. This is the Live at the Blue Note 2 with Victor Bailey, Mitchell Foreman, and Richie Morales. Yes, this is Bill Evans, and he plays the sax. And I was all in on Bill Evans back in those days, almost 35 years ago or more. Oh my goodness. Coming in at number 9. This is Peter Mayhew. Warm Sounds in a Field, in a Gray Field. And this is a new age album. And this guy here played in a band called Group 87. He also did a lot of soundtracks for movies and whatnot. And this is an incredible album. So if you're into new age music, you might want to look this one here up. Warm Sounds in a Gray Field. Coming in at number 8, and it's got to be Yanni. I was all in on Yanni. I loved Yanni back in the 1990s. That's what I was listening to. And this album here is this new age, but it's more of like, it's almost like a crossover fusion record. Keys to the Imagination. Fantastic record. Coming in at number 7. I was listening to a lot of these band people back then as well. Shadowfax. And this is The Odds Get Even. This is a fantastic record. CD. Because we're in the CD era. That's right. Coming in at number 6. Anam. And this is Clannad. And I was all in on Clannad back then too. These were the bands I was listening to in 1990. I know there was a lot of other music out there in 1990, Steve Carlson, but this is what I was listening to. And it has probably, none of these are going to be on your list, I'm sure. And none of yours are on my list. That's what makes everything so wonderful, right? So this is Clannad, and this is an album called Anam. And this is a fantastic record. I know they're all fantastic. Here's somebody you might know, Steve. This is number 5. This is Robert Plant, and this is Manic Nirvana. And I'm looking to get this on vinyl, but I'm glad to have it on CD right now. And this is coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson, of course, is an excellent guitar player. And this is Aviva Musicom. This is a fantastic record. It's a great album. And to buy this on vinyl is pretty darn expensive. Most of the ones I just showed you on these CDs are pretty expensive to get on vinyl. Got my top 3 though. My top 3 are on vinyl. And I do have a CD of this one here, but I recently found a copy on vinyl. It's Paul Simon, The Rhythm of the Saints. Steve, you might have this one. Has some Indigenous Americans on the front. So there you go. Coming in at number 3, The Rhythm of the Saints from 1990. Long time ago. What did I say? 35 years ago now? Coming in at number 2, Steve Winwood, The Refugees of the Heart. I have this on CD as well, but I recently found a copy on vinyl. And sometimes these vinyls from the 1990s can be as rare as hen's teeth. Coming in at number 1. It can only be number 1 of number 1. It can only be one of 1. And just 1. That's all we got is 1. 1 is the loneliest number, right? Fish. Now, Fish was from Marillion. That's right. This was his first solo album, Vigil. In the Wilderness of Mirrors. What a fantastic record. Now, these are songs that he probably wrote when he was in Marillion, but carried over to his solo record. And then Marillion did their own thing. But Season's End, I think, was their first album without Fish. And then Fish did this album here. This has to be number 1 in my book for 1990. So that's it. I'm going to try to put these 2 videos together, the first half and the second half, because Walgreens called and came up on my phone. So there you go. They screwed everything up, possibly. If not, then I'll have to redo the whole video again. But welcome to Sunday, and I hope you have a fantastic day out there. Thank you for all my new subscribers, and have a great day. Support them troops if you can, and we'll be talking to you soon. We'll see you Wednesday. I got a special thing lined up for Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. And maybe the return of the old goat. I've been promising that, but you know, getting over being sick and stuff like that, it just threw everything a kilter. So we'll be talking to you soon. I got snow on the ground out there. I'm going to go get my flexible flyer and run down the hill. Yeah, that's my plan for the today. And then maybe some hot cocoa. Oh, and I made a big pot of chili. I'll show you that too. Big Chief chili. That's right, Big Chief chili. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.